Alright, that's good. Alright, so I just got back from vacation. Sorry for no intro, but whatever. And I got a new service for editing instead of using my HP computer. So, let me go off the basics because this is possibly one of my. This was family. This was entirely my family the entire time. And this is just me heading to there with an RV. I have the entire script down. I'm just going to read off the top because as I was writing it down when I was there, I didn't know. And I thought about because aftermath, because something really interesting, actually interesting happened. But I can't name names, which, like, obviously, like, doing that to your own family, cousins, is bad. So, first we start off with, and I'm just going to read off from the top. So, first day of vacation we were on, we got in an RV to live in. So, we were heading to Idaho, and the first thing off the list was the entire RV just started rattling all of a sudden when it was being driven for a very long time till the point till we fixed it by putting a literal tissue between there was two like sliding glass like planes, and my mom just put just just a little bit of tissue right there and solved the problem, and the rattle was gone. So, and then it sucked, and especially being in an RV because you're sleeping in it. Never park it on an angled, like just on an angle, wherever, because no matter how you sleep, it's horrible. You gotta sleep on flat ground. Trust me. I slept. The first day I slept in it was just it sitting in the driveway, and that thing was like tilted downward like that. So it was horrible. It was really bad. And the next morning, I was practically like slumped down into the corner of the top part of it. And waking up in general, just you felt like crap. And it sucked for a long while, very. When I officially got to my cousin's house, so achieving. They were having a party for us, and it was actually like it wasn't up too long, but whatever. I known a cousin from 5 years ago because and it's my second cousin, and I just got back just to meet her because I held her when she was like a baby, and first thing off the bat, that was extremely odd, and I could not get out, and I cannot stop thinking about it. Was we were just playing around, and then all of a sudden she just stops at the front door and says, "You look like a girl." I was like, "Why you say that?" And so her mom walks in, and this is the part that I hate so much, because if something happens and it was just a little kid and they didn't know any better, then it's fine. But she was telling her to say her apologies, and then afterwards I was like, it's fine, it's fine. She didn't know any better, and she said it's not fine, and that's when I don't know what I'm doing at that point because I'm like, what, what? So, embarrassing moment. Honestly, that was dumb, but it wasn't extremely dumb. Uh, wow, I've written a lot of notes about this. Uh, okay. So this one All right. So I just met one of my cousins also, and it's she was adopted because family issues, which can't say because like it's family. So I she is adopted by the mom of all my cousins, uh, and she is honest to God a really nice person. She's really nice, and she they taken away her tablet before we even got there, and said that she lost it, which I understand. Like your kid does need to get off every now and then, but they lied to her and I felt bad, and all of a sudden I stumbled upon it just by like finding it out in the random, and it was so easy to find. It was funny to find. But I felt bad, so I let her play on my phone, and giving a phone to a kid that doesn't like and has a lot of games on it and interesting ones at most, just in the factor that they will keep on playing. There's no stop to her. And whenever I let her play on my phone, I was fine with it because I was either doing something or I just wanted to relax and take a break from her, because we always hung out because I was the one who was watching her mainly, and she loved really hanging out with me and just especially the phone. So the problem is getting the phone back from her. I physically had to yank my phone out of her hands like whenever I needed it. But the problem was she either climbed on top of me and just sat there, or all of a sudden just started punching my stomach, which never hurted really. But then I can't remember what it was. She thought pulling on my cheeks was another technique, but that hurt, and having her stop was hard enough as it was. That was horrible. Fight her. Fast forward to the time we went swimming at the Salvation Army headquarters, like the actual, like Salvation Army from Christmas whenever they go out and like just have people give money to charity. And so this is just little kids being in water, but we were swimming around. This story is mainly on her. I because she does have same problems as moi, whatever, same problems as me, but she has it worse than me, and I feel bad. And I feel bad for any kid, either way, no matter if you have autism, if and Down syndrome. Like, if you're like that, I want to hear your stories. Like, I want to know more about you. Whatever. And, like, I love listening to people's stories because everyone's interesting in their own type of way. So, I learned about a lot her just by her body expressions, just her mood changes. Some of it was off-putting, and I'm about to get to that after the Salvation Army part. But just whatever. So we go swimming at the Salvation Army place, and I'm told to watch her, which is fine. I was swimming around with her for quite a bit, and I love going swimming, like no matter where, just wherever, when, where, whatever. And so I was following her around, and she got that intention in her head that I was chasing her, and she was like, "Get away from me, stop it, I don't want you following me." Well, I have to keep an eye on you. you have no choice because you don't know how to swim, and after the coronavirus, she will get swimming lessons, which she should because she's still using a life jacket, and everyone needs swimming lessons no matter how difficult, no whatever. Even if you're an adult, you need swimming lessons. It can't just be walking on the ground in the water. And she thought I was chasing her, so she starts splashing towards, starts pushing water towards me and splashing me. And it just made me so mad to that point where I was acting like, if you do it to me, I'll do it back to you. So she splashes me, and half of the time she either got into my eyes, and there was one time where I got a good amount of water and I swallowed it by accident, and it was horrible. It was horribly horrible. So as soon as she splashed me, I do pushing up against the water, pushing the water towards her like this skit, and she got all mad, and then sooner or later it kind of died down, but whatever. And then let's see. Okay. Even though I already put it down on the thing. Going to the beach. It's also an actual river. She thinks there's sharks. Which, who knows who told her that. Whatever. So we've gone to the beach a couple of times with her, and it was fun. It's always fun to go to the little beach. And all of a sudden, there was a couple days beforehand, before this happened, we were rock collecting because my mom said that you can find silver, little pieces of silver in the lake. I was like, oh, cool. So we did rock finding, or collected rocks. And so I did the same thing at the pool, but that was rocks. And she got that intention in her head, again, that I was chasing her, and she told me to go away. So I was like, all right, I'll back up by a little bit. But we were in sort of the deep area, so she didn't have her life jacket on, but she was holding on to it. Or I think it was on. I don't know. But at the time, she picked up a pretty decent rock, at least half of my palm, my hand, whatever. And all of a sudden, I feel a bah. I had no clue what happened. I turned around, I was like, what happened? And she was like, leave me alone. And I was like, did you chuck a rock at my head? And she just stood there. I couldn't get out of my head that her chucking a rock at my head. If you were someone who I didn't know and chucked a rock at my head all of a sudden, I would have went after you. I'm sorry, but no matter what, I would go after you for that. Because, you don't just chuck a rock at someone's head just for no reason and have no purpose for it. And I wasn't even, following her. I was keeping a good amount of distance till I turned my back to her and she threw a rock at my head. And that entire time, I was extremely mad at her. One day after that, I still couldn't get over it because I didn't know the reason for that purpose. So, the Italian restaurant part. This is just a little kid on a sugar rush. She got cherry root beer soda from a very expensive Italian place that costed $500 for it, just for all of our meals alone. And one of my cousins paid for it, and I was very thankful. But everybody paid him back, which was nice. So she has the bottle of the root beer cherry, and I'm reading the how many things of sugar because she was just acting all odd, and I read the amount of sugar and caffeine, and it was a very large amount of it because it was a homemade cherry soda, and there was a very large amount of caffeine that she had, and oh my god, she was all over the place. She was going bonkers, and I didn't want her getting in trouble, so like I kept on trying to calm her down just because of it. So it was kind of hard, very hard to calm her down because of it. So because she was going all over the place, she didn't want to sit down, she wanted to move. She just kept on asking everyone questions as they were in our conversation already. And I just kept on trying to help her, but then till like finally we were starting to leave. The one thing that close friends, and I know half of them do watch my channel. I do. But I know close friends should know that if we're ever at a restaurant, remember to ask me if I want dessert or if I want to go. Because if you just order it all of a sudden without my knowledge of you ordering it, I want to leave. I don't want to sit there because I don't want to sit and watch people have something and still having to be there just to like be kind, to be there for you and just be stuck with you. I don't want that. I really don't like that. So they ordered dessert, and calming her down at this point was like just not even worth it anymore, because everyone her mom brung her with to outside to talk to her, which was understandable. But that night was crazy, and getting back, it was so relieving. And if you want to know where I'm at, I just figure this out. I'm somewhere where you live where you say pop, not soda. Thought it'd be cool to put a hint. Yeah, she did go buck wild. Okay, and I don't even know why they even had to do this, but their neighbors' kids are psychopaths. I extremely hate them. They came to our RV the first day at 7 o'clock in the morning. And oh my god. They were like, can we play on the VR? Because I have a video of me playing the Super Hot. I was trying to upload one, but for some reason it said that I couldn't, but whatever. But I brought my VR with me. We went in the house. We were in the living room, not the family room. We played for a little bit till one of the kids, one of the neighbor kids, officially was playing, leaned too far forward, and the VR slid off his head. Oh my god. If it would have broke, their mom would have blown a fuse about it, because that thing's $400. $400. And that's insane. So, whatever. So that goes on. And I told them no more. But they keep on asking to play it. Yet the kid dropped it. And I was like, no, you can't play it anymore. I officially don't want you to play anymore. So, and then my phone was being used to text and take pictures on with them. And they kept on sending it to random people. And afterwards having to message people back saying, sorry, that was my cousin and their idiot of neighbor kids. So that day, really, I hated. And this is the part where everyone hated them for. They came back the next day. 7 in the morning. And they didn't even say anything to anyone that they were coming over. And oh, my dad, my mom were just mad. Like, thank God they did not open the door, because that would be just throwing me out under the bus. Like, my dad opened the window, was like, oh, Jesus, it's them, they're back. And it was 7 in the morning again. I could have sworn it was possibly 6. It was that bad. So, thank God they walk away. My mom was like, if they come out, if they knock on the door one more time, I'm going out there and yelling at them. So they didn't knock again because no one answered for whatever. So this is the crazy part that I wanted to officially get to. I don't know how long this video has been for, but whatever. This is the main part. So my cousins have they done different animals before. They done cows, sheep, and I know they did a horse for a while. I don't know, but they had gotten chickens like not too recently, which whatever. And so they don't blame my 8-year-old cousin because she doesn't really know any better, and so she just, they said that they're like I think like a stress reliever to her. I don't really know, but like she can pick up the chickens and like play with them all she wants. But a couple of days after we left, the craziest thing happened. Oh, whatever. After we left, my mom sees a post on Facebook saying, hey, does anybody have chickens that we can buy? And she asked, you're getting more chickens? And she was like, no, 11 has died. And my mom asked why. My 8-year-old cousin took 11 chickens and put them into, you know, one of those like metal dumpsters, not like those plastic ones that like have the lid that open like that. The ones that you can actually like take off the top of the can and then put it back on. She fit 11 chickens, and they had 20 chickens originally. She fit 11 chickens in that little dumpster can and put the top back onto them and killed 11 chickens. 11. And I have a theory that, because she kept on asking me, how do you make chicken nuggets? And ever since I had that theory in my head that she thought that was how you make chicken nuggets. And I still have that theory in my head, and it mind-boggling me. It's horrible. And don't, even if you're a little kid, don't, like, they're living. They're living creatures also. Like, I'm one of those, I'm not a vegan. This does make me sound like I'm one of those, like, activists for that. I'm not a vegan. I'm a meat eater. But all I have to say is, don't have a little kid killing animals. And, like, you gotta clarify with them that they're living things. They don't deserve that. Like, they don't deserve to be in any harm whatsoever. And when we were there, she used to, like, pick them up incorrectly by their wings and kicked at them. And my mom talked to her about it, but I don't know. And my mom even says that that's how you practically get a murderer, by them starting off with small animals and then leading up to people. I don't believe that, but I really hope I don't have to, because, like, if I see her name on the news, like, because in 5 years from now, I'm going to be 21, she's going to be 12, so, like, 20 years. I hope to God I don't see anything with her name on the news about a murder or anything. And I really hope that my cousins take good care of her. And really want her to like get some help, like actually get real help, because I feel so bad for her. She's a really nice kid, but whatever. So, and that's practically it. I really hope half of the people who actually watched the video watched it entirely through, because I really want to have people like this is I'm possibly going to name the video like story time, and this is me like aftermath or beforehand of the video. So I'm just going to call it story time. I don't know. I'm not one of those YouTubers that do that. I plan on being a gaming channel. I just plan on just updating if I went on vacation and I haven't been uploading for how long. So I plan on making more videos. I'm trying to produce more content. I'm trying to think about getting something for my Xbox just to be able to make videos off of, but you don't understand the amount of hate that I have for editing. But if I want to do something for, like, if I want to commit to YouTube and like just be there and do whatever and like actually produce something that other people love, or just ask me like what you want a video on, like a topic or like a game. Well, I don't have many games. Some of them, like, I barely can't even, like, some of them I can actually physically play, like Crunker, Team Fortress 2. I don't know how that would work because of video. I have not played Unturned in a while. That I want to get back to playing. Crossout, I never really frowned upon that game, but whatever. Dino D-Day, I don't know whatever about that. Minecraft launcher, Minecraft, whatever. Minecraft, I really don't mind. It's just the factor that, like, I have a nicer Minecraft world on a different thing. But for some reason, I have I have my brother's older email, but he doesn't use it anymore, so I can't really record, or no, I can't get a realm for it, which I was kept on getting asked to, which I still couldn't do anything because, like, because it's Google or something. I don't know. But that I couldn't figure out. And Roblox, sure. Roblox for sure. If you want me to try and, well, I don't think I'll try and be able to figure out much, but whatever. I really hope that you watched the full video and just sat with me. It feels like a podcast, but it really ain't. I really want to do one of those in the future with a couple of my good friends. But I will see you in the next one, possibly doing a game if I can, and I will try and be there. Bye-bye.